All right. Hey, hey. Hi, Virgos. All right. So let's jump on in. I want to do a no contact situation and ask what they, whoever they may be, thinks about a connection, specifically because of our backdrop this week. I feel like, granted, this is more like a tip of the hat to Gemini, but I didn't really look at it that way. I looked at it as like, two individuals who are facing opposite directions in no contact, but obviously still, have like a vibe between them, a shared memory. But of course, individuals can see things in very different light. So I thought it would be nice to take a look at how somebody may see a situation from their perspective, especially like what they remember, how they're reflecting on things. We have a page of Pentacles. Okay, so first off, this is always a nerve-wracking card to me because this baby's on a cactus and I want to go save the baby. So this card always stresses me out. But they may say, it always felt like to communicate, like we couldn't get a conversation going very well, and it was always like walking on eggshells because I don't know if I'm going to say the wrong thing. I want to talk, but I don't know if I would say the wrong thing. Five of Wands, they probably found themselves overthinking things a lot, a lot. But what's the deal with the lion? Hi guys, so nice to see everyone. 10 of Cups. Okay, so here's the thing. No matter what, even if they felt nervous, and let's be honest, sometimes we put nervousness on ourselves. So whomever this person is, and we'll try to figure out who they are in a minute, but they looked at the situation with Virgo like it had barely begun, and they kind of like wanted to protect the relationship, but they were also nervous about saying something that would make Virgo like run from them. And it may be that they put a lot of stress on themselves, not like, oh gosh, if I say one thing, Virgo will fly off the handle and be mad at me. I'm always walking on eggshells. That's not the vibe we're getting. If they walked on eggshells, it was, in this case, it's because they wanted so badly to have this 10 of Cups with Virgo. They wanted this. They didn't want to say the wrong thing. So they may have put a lot of pressure on themselves to the point where they even like over monitored what they would say to Virgo. Yeah, look at this. Again, they really looked at this. 3 times we have a baby here, by the way. They might have called Virgo baby. They may have looked at Virgo as not like a baby, but like, you know, anytime a baby represents the things that we protect, the things that we nurture. And we have somebody holding a baby here also up on that 10 of Cups. Granted, it's skeletal, mama and baby. But on the 3 of Pentacles, again, family holding the baby. I really think that they wanted so, so, so much to make sure that this relationship was going to go the distance. They wanted to like protect the relationship, but I'm wondering if they put too many, um, well, like this, too much worry, too much stress around, okay, I don't want to say the wrong thing because then that'll blow my chances with Virgo. I want to protect this relationship, so I don't want to be too real with Virgo because I might scare him off. But then you run the risk of never getting to know the real person, or they didn't get to know, Virgo didn't get to know the real them. Who are you, character? To me, this feels like they're hiding something because they don't want Virgo to think bad of them. They had known heartbreak. We have that 3 of Swords. Okay, so this person could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. And we had earth energy, we had water energy, we had fire energy. So we have everything. And of course, air. Okay, we also have the Strength card. Strong Leo. They could have been a Leo. They may have looked at it though like they needed to be really strong in Virgo's eyes. They wanted to walk beside Virgo. They really felt there's some element here. I don't know if somebody's Catholic. We have like the rosary beads. Also, like I know friends of mine that are Greek Orthodox. They also have the beads that they often, hold. So that's just another side note. That could also just be a necklace of sorts. Maybe they gave Virgo a necklace, or maybe they wanted to like, sometimes like a pearl necklace is, like we think of it as like a wedding gift. Ring is here also. Maybe they really wanted to marry Virgo and they wanted to show that they're strong enough to be beside Virgo. But this person had a heartbreak even when they first knew Virgo. And that might have explained why they were kind of walking on eggshells also. We have that 6 of Cups. They felt like Virgo was their soulmate. And they were like drowning in emotions, but I'm wondering if it was more than that. I wonder if they were already like right from the beginning, they were drowning in like, I want so badly for Virgo to be my person. I haven't met somebody that I wanted this badly in such a long time. I've known a lot of heartbreak. Okay, so let me ask a more important question. How did they translate in Virgo's eyes? Meaning, like, how do they come across in Virgo's interactions with them? Because I'm wondering, what is the behavior here? We have the Hanged Man, we have the Three of Wands sideways. Virgo might have had a hard time reading this person. I feel like they're holding something back. I feel like they're delaying telling me things. I feel like, especially with this Three of Wands, Virgo might have felt like, I don't know what they envision the future as, which is so crazy because they wanted so much to be with Virgo. All of their thoughts were on Virgo long term. But as a wounded person who kept tippy-toeing and being careful with how they said things, I almost feel, and they wanted to come across as really strong to Virgo. I definitely feel like, so weird, because Virgo's like, I know that they were attracted to me. They did, at least in the beginning, really come toward me. But then it's like they were always holding something back. Virgo, what did you think they were holding back? Because I'm guessing that's probably something along the lines of Two of Swords. The Justice card is here. Well, it's not the Justice card. It's the Libra scales that we normally see on the Justice card. But this is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about blocking things. Virgo said, I think they were hiding something about their heart. I think they were blocking their heart. Basically, Virgo might have guessed that they were heartbroken still and that they were trying to protect their heart. Even though Virgo's like, I thought that they were really into me, but then they were blocking so much. They were dragging their heels or something. Two of Wands, it ended up making Virgo feel like, even though I know they're attracted to me, it's like they really are trying to decide between me and some other life. Well, that doesn't feel good. Not at all. Hang on, let's go over to them. Did you have any inkling that as badly as you wanted to be with Virgo, as much as you wanted to be with Virgo, you were giving them weird mixed signals? Justice card. Yeah, I'm thinking that they knew this. Strong Libra energy coming in. So far for them, we only have Libra and Leo. Nine of Cups. It's weird because they're saying, yeah, I know. Actually, the way I behaved, I think I probably came across as very self-serving. That Nine of Cups is like, I'm out for my happiness. I want what I want. Their behavior, I'm not going to lie, is super confusing to me, because they wanted to be with Virgo. They wanted this so bad, but they were still heartbroken, but they wanted to seem really strong. They thought of Virgo as a soulmate, but then they somehow confused Virgo. They knew they were doing that, but somehow it actually, I don't know if they got off on that a little bit. And it was like, it makes me happy to think that Virgo is like confused about whether or not I want them, because that makes me feel a little bit more confident, maybe, because I really want Virgo, but I'm afraid to get my heart broken. But I think Virgo's really a soulmate, but I don't want to show them too much. I think that it was hot and cold. This feels super confusing. This feels like Virgo was left saying, I thought they really wanted me, but then I feel like they hold back. They don't really make plans with me. I can't figure out if they're going to be there for my birthday or not. I can't figure out if, I only say that because we literally have the happy birthday here. Maybe they did something weird around Virgo's birthday also. Like on certain important moments, like, look, if you're in a relationship with someone, you expect somebody to be there for you on Valentine's Day. I know, commercialized, event, but there is an expectation, right? Same thing, a birthday, you're with somebody, you're dating them, you expect them to like put in an effort. And I think that that's just like, that's so commonplace, right? That's, the same thing that is expected, that when we see somebody, walking into a grocery store or post office or something, their hands are full, you open the door and you make sure they can get it. It's just a courtesy. It's just a common human courtesy. There's an expectation as a human being that we pay attention to other human beings. But when it's a relationship in particular, then we show that human being more caring. And I feel as if they really confused Virgo, because I think specifically, there's something here about a birthday because it literally has a happy birthday sign. So I'm guessing that they blew it also on Virgo's birthday. I'm guessing they did something that really made Virgo feel like, wow. I mean, both of these cards are cards of indecisiveness. Two of Swords, Two of Wands. I don't know if I really care. I don't know if I want to, say too much. I think I'd rather block my heart, not give you too much, Virgo. It feels like they did the bare minimum. And then it's so contradictory because at some point they were very passionate about Virgo. And then we got this weird breadcrumbing, and around like a very specific important occasion or occasions, I feel like this person let Virgo down in a big way. And I'm so sorry to like lay so much, unhappiness down, but why do you think? Let's go back to them. Tell me about that Justice card. Or of Pentacles, because they were out of sight. They made sure that they weren't around. They're up on a mountain someplace. Maybe they went camping, or they made sure that they were someplace else and they didn't bring Virgo with them, or they were gone specifically around certain, holidays, certain times where you would expect a partner to be there with you, would expect something for a normal, interaction. And they made sure that they were out of Dodge on purpose. Oh my gosh, that's super crummy. That's super crummy. I'm sorry. That's super crummy. Hierophant, they're like, yeah, no. No. This is the Hierophant, the higher self knows that I held back with intention. But why did you do that? Why did you not, when you said you wanted Virgo so much, but then you were afraid to get your own heart broken because it was already still broken, but you really wanted Virgo? Were you trying to get Virgo to chase you so you didn't want to really be there? What is the deal with you? You held back from Virgo at particularly important moments. Temperance. I said, why did you do that? Look, this tiger is like trying to control the water, control the ocean here. Temperance is usually about balance, but this is not a card of balance, not image-wise. We have a predator and we have the sea. So I'm guessing that this person was very much stormy energy inside themselves. You know what I would almost say? This person was exceptionally awkward, and it came out in really weird ways. Remember, they were the ones who really wanted to be with Virgo, right? I know this is a huge contradiction of a character, but they wanted to be with Virgo. They were afraid they'd mess it up. They wanted to make sure that Virgo wanted to be with them. But then, because of their own heartbreak, and they want Virgo to see them as strong, and they think Virgo's a soulmate, then they start to go the opposite direction and actually almost like treat Virgo kind of like with indifference, kind of. And then it makes them kind of happy to see that maybe Virgo's reacting a little bit to like, what the hell? I don't get what's going on. Like, so you're not going to be there. Okay. Maybe they wanted Virgo to be sad and express like, but I so wanted you to be there. It's, my birthday. I wanted to be with you. And they were like happy to hear that or something. But then I almost feel like that still gave way to like more awkwardness and more like the more I withdraw, maybe the more Virgo will tell me how much they want me. And I think that their higher self is like, yeah, that's maybe exactly what I was doing. Tell me more about how much you want me. Tell me more about how much you want to see me. Tell me more about how much you need me. I'm eating this up. This will make me feel safe. And then one day I'll give back to you. Then I'll give you, balance, and I'll make sure that I'm there once I feel safe, that you really want me. King of Wands. This person wanted Virgo more and more and then kept retreating more and more. I'm not going to pretend like I understand this story. I don't. I do not understand this story. It's a very, very confusing character. Well, it did end. This whole situation ended because we got the Death card here. And I'm guessing that, let's go back over to Virgo. Virgo, did you leave this situation behind? Is that what happened? Tower in the reverse. Virgo's like, I never really left it behind. Let's be honest. It may have ended, but I remember every weird moment of it. That Tower in the reverse says they never dropped any ego. They never showed me how they felt about me, and they weren't there for me. Eight of Pentacles. Virgo's worked through that. It may have really been a heavy energy for Virgo to like work through all of that. Two of Cups. It's so weird because despite all of this, Virgo's like, I really thought that person was important to me. I see them as somebody who has all this ego or all this, like inability to just like lay their heart on the line. It's so interesting how Virgo's like, I was deeply disappointed by them, but I also know that they were nuts about me. It almost feels like Virgo can see the whole thing. Like everything that we've seen on their side, Virgo's like, I know they really wanted to be with me, but my God, that freaking ego. I know they were nuts about me, but I also know they couldn't decide whether or not they wanted to give to me. And then, God, what disappointments they gave me. That's honestly, I don't see Virgo devastated over this so much as just like seeing it for what it is. Okay, so let's go back over to them. Character, what are you doing at this point? You have all this love for Virgo. You did all along. We go back to them possibly being more of like their heart awakening lately, with that King of Wands. Where are you at? What are you going to be? I mean, you're seeing this whole thing, right? Ooh, they're seeing the toxicity, just like with that the Justice card there. They know what they did. They know exactly where things went horribly wrong, especially now that, I mean, obviously this connection is, they're not still currently dealing with Virgo in this storyline, even though Virgo has like had time to kind of like review this mentally, and they know this person was nuts about me and they totally blew it with me because of their own issues with not letting the tower fall. It's interesting because I actually feel like they're in the same place. I feel like they know this as well. By the way, we do have strong Sagittarius, strong Scorpio, now strong Capricorn coming in for them. We also had Taurus on that Hierophant card. We had Libra on the Justice card. So they have quite a few like major arcana, which says this is a big thing in their life. And the Knight of Pentacles is here. Look, I don't know that they are making any swift moves toward Virgo, but they're facing their own toxicity and their awareness of what happened in the past. Guys, if you guys are here enjoying the fictional storytelling on my channel, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That helps the channel so much. Thank you guys for that. We have the Emperor upright. It's a slow mosey toward them becoming an emperor. It's almost like they themselves, in looking at their past behavior and recognizing what they did and recognizing why they did it and recognizing how this thing got so jacked up, at least we see them coming to terms with it. They may be a little concerned. I don't know if I can fix this kind of thing, but the fact that they're recognizing their own behavior, that leads them or leans them closer to being an emperor, right? Emperors take accountability. This is a slow kind of dawning on them where their fears were, where their wounds were, how they sabotaged this. But we do see them leaning toward becoming an emperor, which is actually, I mean, that's a huge positive for sure. Four of Swords, yes, they still have a lot to heal from. They have a lot to heal from with that Four of Swords. Their head, I don't know, still in the clouds. They may not know, will I be able to fix this? Are you going to really try? That's my final question. Five of Swords is here. It's so crazy because we have like all of the ancestors circling around, and there's that baby again, right? Every piece of like instinct and guide that surrounds them is saying, this Virgo is your person. This relationship is the thing that you wanted to nurture. Fight for it. With that, I mean, yes, it's a Five of Swords, which is about fighting and arguing, but this card softens that and gives us a different flavor to it, because what we have is like protect the relationship, fight for this, because obviously things have gone horribly awry and there's been a lot of awakening that's happened slowly but surely over time. But if you know that this Virgo is that important to you, they were even from the very beginning, then do what you need to face, even if they're worried Virgo's going to be mad at them. It kind of says face it though and try to work through it. They think that they did Virgo wrong. With the Ten of Pentacles, if that's still the person you want to have victory with, if Virgo is still the one that you most want to connect to, then by all means, try to have the victory, try to give to this connection again. I feel like this is a really hard thing still for them to have to recognize that, oh my God, the things I did, the way I damaged this connection with the person that I most wanted. Look, they've never stopped thinking about Virgo. They've never stopped having Virgo on their mind and, possibly, rereading or looking at old pictures or remembering how they felt about Virgo, because I don't think that they ever moved on at all from the way they feel about Virgo. As much as this damaged, and kind of got it to the point where these two don't speak anymore, it's just so ironic because Virgo was still the one that they always wanted. Like, this is a very complicated like character that was kind of a tough one for me to wrap my head around, just because of the behavior. But I can only say Virgo seems to have understood that person quite well. And says, I know that they loved me, and I also know they couldn't decide if they wanted to be in a relationship with somebody that they loved, which happened to have been me. That's honestly, I kind of have come to understand all of it, though. Virgo could be an old soul. Virgo could be young, but an old soul, and just have put their finger on that. And I would say they hit the nail on the head with everything that we were describing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Really nice to see you all. Emma-Lisa, is it your birthday, sweetheart? Emma-Lisa, did I do a card pull for you in the members corner? I can't remember. I'm so sorry that I can't recall right now. If I didn't, please do let me know so that I can still do that for you next Monday. But happy birthday, honey. Oh, or was it Sharon's birthday? No, it's Emily's. Okay. Ebony Holmes, wonderful to see you. Fallen Raven, hi, sweetheart. Brian, yes, I agree. It's been some crazy energy today. Yeah, Sharon, you're in New Zealand. Very nice. Yeah, I know. I have watchers in all different areas of the world that are ahead of my time zone for sure. Oh, Sharon, it is your birthday also. So we have birthday twins out there. Happy birthday, sweetheart. RT, Rose Garcia, Raquel, hi. Becky O, so good to see you. Crystal Cassidy, I'm glad you like it. Tammy Johnson, Ash Cash, Peaches Are Juicy, Teresa Autry, so nice to see you all. You guys are awesome. Emma-Lisa, okay. I will add you to next Monday's list. So just remember, if you are a member, you guys do have to let me know in the members corner on the channel that you're a member of. If you're a member on both, let me know in both members videos, but it has to be in the members videos because it's the only way I can keep track. Otherwise, you guys will slip through the crack, and I don't mean to do that to you. But in the members corner is where you guys, I'm just mentioning this because it's been happening a lot lately, and I don't want you guys to miss out. So please, I'm not scolding anybody. I'm actually just trying to let you guys know. Please make sure you tell me in the members Monday videos that we post, because that each Monday I look back at all of the comments, and that's how I keep track of who I've already gotten to. That way I don't let people slip through. So anyway, that's what I beg of you members out there, so that you don't get overlooked. Okay. All right, you guys, lots of love. Bye for now.